And welcome to the week roundup. I'm with, my name's Darcy. I'm with Tommy Lippo Lipson. How are you, Tommy?
Good, thanks, Darcy.
Good, and we're up to Division 5 at the moment, so we've got some, well, the first game we'll have a look at. Lockleys are absolutely flying at the moment without a win. Hope Valley were without a win until last week, so what happened last week?
We've got Lockleys, who had a reasonably comfortable win over Hope Valley, 13-13-91 to 11-10-76, so pretty good effort there by Hope Valley, but not quite. So Lockleys goal kickers, we've got Patton with 2, Spur with 2, that's Spur from Trinity, it's a pretty good pickup.
Yep.
Langcake with 2, and a whole bunch of singles.
Yeah, lots of players there, isn't it?
Pavic, Woolston, Patton, Russo and Jones rounding out the best for Lockleys.
And for Hope Valley, that on the cards there, but the first loss of the year, so that was Payne with 3, Hellemans with 2, and individuals, so Smith with 2, or Fife with 2 as well, then individuals to 3 other players. Best players were Payne, Hellemans, Ising, Miller and Martin. So good with their Demons, they're on fire, coming up from Division 6 last year, so it looks like they've taken over and said, no, we're going to get further in Division 5 as well, so well done to Lockleys. It's a bit of an upset, this one, I thought. This is
definitely.
Yeah, Paraka versus took on CBC, and CBC were fairly good winners at the end, so 17-11-113 to Paraka 12-8-80, so yeah, that's a big shock. I think all of the boys last week did pick Paraka, considering it was out there as well. So
yeah, Paraka probably not going as well as I expected them to. So CBC goal kickers: D'Angelo with 3, Telenar with 3, Madigan with 2, Harris with 2, Raymond with 2, Retire with 2, and a couple of singles there. So best players were Tolinar, Watkins, Howard, D'Angelo, and Retire. And
yeah, for Paraka, Basson was 6. So mate, that was good. 6 out of the 17 there. With Pelinov with 2, Baker, Armstrong, the singles to 4 or 5 other players there. With best players, Dayton, Adams, Baker, Vandermoor, and Barnes. So, but a bit of a shock this one. As I said, that really puts a bit of strain on Paraka because they're now sitting. I know it's probably on percentage in 1 game each, but CBC puts them into the 5-2 wins. Paraka just with the 1 win. So
I think Paraka have got a big job against Glenunga this week too, so they really needed to win that one. So they might win some straw this week too.
That's it. So, looking at the next game. It was Blackfriars took on Kenilworth out there at Blackfriars.
Yeah, good win by Blackfriars there. It's probably to be expected, I reckon. 20 goals, 13, 133 to Kenilworth, 7, 15, 57. So very good win, but probably not all that surprising, I don't think. Blackfriars goal kickers: Hillman with 4, Liliano with 4, Brincat with 3, Spryer with 2, Martin with 2, and 5 or 6 singles there. Best players, we've got Harmon, Nero, Hillman, Horsell, Vo and Fetchner.
That's the one. And for Kenilworth, they're all individuals. There's about 7 goals, 7 individual goal scorers. So definitely spread them around. So look, Kenilworth, they are on fire at the moment, sitting 3rd. Blackfriars, they are struggling, as you said. They're
other way around, I reckon.
Other way around, is it? Sorry, what am I saying?
Blackfriars,
so Blackfriars are 3rd. Sorry, yep, my fault. And Kenilworth are sitting 8th at the moment. So Kenilworth are struggling, which we thought really they were going to have a good year. Got the
yeah, I mean they struggled a lot last year in Division 4, so yeah, hopefully they can do enough to stay in Division 5. Obviously doing a bit of rebuilding, so
that's it. And we've got obviously our
match of the round.
Match of the round. We thought it was the match of the round, but gee whiz, it didn't quite end up being that way, and got some scope on this one.
Yeah, so Glenunga running out big winners over Rosewater, 24-16, 160 to Rosewater 7-7-49. So yeah, I don't reckon Rosewater would have expected to get thumped by that much, but Glenunga are flying. So Glenunga's goal kickers, we've got McMahon with 9, who was our player of the week, I think, in Division 5.
He was, yeah, as he should, 9 goals.
Taking the boys down the crazy horse to celebrate that one.
He has.
Prosser with 5, Bennett with 2, Darcy with 2, Abel with 2, and 3 or 4 singles there. So best players, we've got McMahon who kicked 9, Edwards, Henke, Larcombe, and Larcombe again. So T and X, well done.
And for Rosewood, unfortunately, they've just had the 1 win from the 4 games, sitting 2nd bottom. So they're probably having a bit of chat what's going on to get them up and about. They had a bit of a rough Christmas, of course, and over the summer. So hopefully they can still come back and just work a few things out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But the goal kicks were Downing with 2, Taylor with 2, individuals to 3 other players, and then best players were George, Taylor, and Pepe. They only sent in 3 players. They weren't very happy with the game, maybe, and perhaps they shouldn't, getting a smashing like that. But well, the best, well done for Glenunga. They're on fire at the moment as well.
Yeah, they're tough to beat, I think, this year.
They are. So in the last game, we've got probably the closest game of the round. It was Woody South took on Greenacres. It's at Woody South. So we saw the Woody South were bottom at this stage, and obviously this did
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, this is wrong in here, so obviously Woody South, I hope Woody South have won, because it's got here Woody South without in the paper, it's got them not winning. So I would say Woody South 11, 12, 78 with 3-point winners over Greenacres. I can only go by what's in here, not in the paper. So Woody South, we've got McNeil with 5, Daly with 3, and individuals to 3 other players. Best players were Hannel Daly, Graham Bianchi, and Economy.
And for Greenacres, we've got Clark Rentassa with 4, Mal with 3, Stark with 2, and a couple other singles. Yeah, and best players, we've got Smith, Wheaton, Scragg, Carver, and Miniotis. So bad luck to the Greenacres boys, but good for Woody South to get their first win.
It's exactly. Well, we think it's the first win because have been struggling. They went from Division 1 a few years ago. They've come straight back down. Looks like they may struggle this year, go back to Division 6, but hopefully again they can consolidate and get a few more wins on the board to save the relegation.
Still plenty of time to go.
There is. I think that's it, is it?
That's
it for this week, and we will go to this week's games. We've got
Seabock taking on Blackfriars out at Seabock, which will be a cracker, I reckon.
We'll third versus fifth, so it will be a good game. I'm still going for Blackfriars. I think they're just ahead in probably a bit of style at the moment. So, but Seabock, they will take it at the very end. I think they want to obviously sitting fifth, want to hold that position. They are one game clear of Paracas.
Should be a good game, but Blackfriars, I think.
Need to hold that one game clear, you'd think. So, but certainly Blackfriars for me.
This could be match of the round, I reckon. Greenacres and Rosewater. Both coming off losses, and Greens with 1 win, Rosewater with 1 win. It's at Greenacres. Well, you probably have to go Greenacres just based on last week for Rosewater.
You'd love to see Rosewater win a game, I think, just from what they've been through, but I think, Greenacres for me as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Lockleys versus Woody South, which is second versus bottom. Lockleys by
I think Lockleys got a very comfortable win there, but love to see Woody South, obviously a little bit better than they have been doing, but certainly Lockleys for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Kenilworth taking on Hope Valley out at St Mary's Park on that big oval, so
4th versus 8.
Wouldn't mind seeing a little upset there from Kenilworth.
I think Kenilworth out there, I think it's a massive oval out there. They know how to train and play. I think Hope Valley a long way to travel as well, so I'm with you. I'm going for Kenilworth for an upset.
And this game probably should be match of the round, but I reckon Glenunga and Paracas at Glenunga. Paracas probably not going as well as what they'd probably expect to, I reckon.
And coming off that loss last week too, I don't think they can do it this week either. We've just got to put a strain on them getting into the 5 because they're one game. They're obviously CBC 1 game clear of them in 5th spot, so Paracas is 6th. They certainly need to win to keep in touch with 5th, but I think Glenunga, the way they're going at the moment, I think they're going to do very well against Paracas.
Too strong there, I think, for sure.
That's it for Division 5, and we'll see you next week.